Mangroves reach their northernmost distribution in several places around the world. One of those locations is in southern Japan, where a few stands occur on the islands of Kyushu, Tanegashima, and Yakushima. The single small stand on Yakushima is composed of a few old stunted trees and what looks like a planting of a few hundred younger trees. Why should we care about such a tiny stand struggling to survive when there are vast stretches of mangrove forest existing elsewhere along tropical coastlines? Well, for one thing, we know much less about temperate mangroves than about those in the tropics. What is known, however, suggests that they differ in a number of important features which may reflect their respective genetic makeup as well as environmental conditions. For example, some mangrove species are more tolerant of cold temperatures than others, which allows them to exist at higher latitudes than other mangrove species. Yakushima has a humid subtropical climate with mild winters, which allows mangroves to persist here. Average low temperatures are around 8 to 9 degrees centigrade in January and February, occasionally dipping to just above freezing. For a long time, scientists thought there was a single species, Kandelia candel, but studies of chromosome number, cold tolerance, and other plant traits indicated that there was a second species which was named Kandelia obovata. So this stand is composed of trees belonging to the genus Kandelia. But which species? Kandelia candel or Kandelia obovata? We can take a look at some of the characteristics of the leaves and the reproductive structures to figure out which one it is. First, let's look at leaf size and shape, which differs between the two species. Obovata tends to have leaves smaller than 12 centimeters in length and 5 centimeters in width. The leaves in this stand vary in length from 5.4 to 10.5 centimeters and from 2 to 4.1 centimeters in width. Leaf shape is mostly elliptic to slightly obovate. Lateral veins occur in pairs of 5 to 8 in obovata and 8 to 11 in Kandelia candel. In this stand, leaves had mostly 5 to 8 pairs of lateral veins. The inflorescence in Kandelia candel has an average of 4 flowers and in obovata 8 flowers. The trees here are in the fruiting stage, but we can see that there are groups of 4 to 8 fruit, most with 6 fruit. The leaf and reproductive characteristics thus suggest that the species comprising this small stand is Kandelia obovata. The trees on Yakushima also fall within the height range described for this species, which is up to 3 meters tall. However, tree size can be influenced by a number of environmental factors and by itself is not a conclusive trait. The population on Yakushima is but one of several growing at the geographic limits of mangrove growth. Other cold-tolerant mangrove genera, such as Avicennia, are found along the coast of the United States, South America, South Africa, South Australia, and New Zealand. Mangroves occupy a salty, waterlogged habitat requiring specialized anatomical, physiological, and reproductive adaptations. Only a few mangrove species are additionally capable of surviving in the cooler climates found at subtropical latitudes. Such populations are valuable sources of information about plant adaptations to multiple environmental extremes. They may also serve as sentinel systems that are useful for monitoring and studying effects of climate change.